Yeah, hello and welcome to a new episode on using the concept-based system for analyzing models. My name is Manfred Jolsfeld, and we have a look at so-called organic graphs that are graphical representations of organizations where organizational units supply some input or material to each other. Um, uh, Specifically, we will investigate how to assign different graphical shapes and colors to the elements of such a model. So it's a fairly simple model where we have units and we have this type of link between units. Um, a hub unit shall be a unit that has at least two units that supply something into this unit and at least two units that receive something from that unit. So this particular unit would have two suppliers and three that are supplied by this unit, O5. It's also a so-called chain start unit. That is the first unit where one of the successor is a so-called chain unit. But this unit itself is not a chain unit. So a chain unit shall be a unit that has exactly one input and exactly one output. So this is a chain. And then we have another type of unit that is a so-called set unit that has one input and any number of outputs, or a large number of outputs in particular. It's also the end of a chain, so it's not a chain unit because it has more than one output, but its input comes from a chain unit that will be called a chain end unit. So you could imagine that we have very large models of such units, and we would like to use colors here to indicate the type of the unit. And we analyze the type of the unit by such queries that you see on the left hand side. So let's have a look how we do that graphically. So let's start the graph editor for this example, and you see it's exactly the same model. Let's close this file. So this was our hub unit. Let's have a look at the definition of hub unit again. That is, let's make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, so two outputs and at least two inputs. It uses this auxiliary query 2 unit. So let's have a look. So a 2 unit is a unit that um, is receiving something from the given start unit. So that's this unit here. Let's go back to the previous one. The symbol hatch here counts something. So the 2 unit of this gives you all the units that are get something from the given unit, and the count operator just counts how many objects you have in this in the answer to this query. So that will exactly do our work. Let's have a look at chain unit. So chain unit is exactly one input and exactly one output. And continue with set unit. So at least two outputs and exactly one input. That's a set unit. Finally, a chain end unit. So it's not a chain unit, but there is a chain unit that has this unit as output. So pushes is the name of the gray link here, that something is pushed from one unit to the other. Good. So how is the graphical color here assigned to this type? So let's have first a look at at the regular unit here. That's nothing special. So each element in the graph editor has a so-called graph type, at least one graph type here. This one has two. It's derived by a rule. So it has one of the graphical types is a unit GT, and the other one is this one. That's kind of a default. Let's have a look at this. That is here a default graphical type for everything that is a so-called individual in conceptbase. So any node-like object is called an individual. So they will be displayed in this graph browser with this graphical type as something that has a gray background color. The text color is black, and the line color here is black as well. The shape is a rectangle. So this is a Java specific prefix. It doesn't play a big role. And this tells the graph editor, okay, this is a method or this is a class by which we want to display this. This happens to be something that plays it as a node-like object. So let's have a look at this one here, unit GT. A little bit bigger. So this has white background color, like we see here for O10. Black text color, etc. It has a certain starting size, 30 by 30. The shape is not a rectangle but a circle-like. It's more an ellipse here, but it's a circle. The font style is set to italics. It's also a node-like object, and we define here a rule that tells which objects get this graphical type. So this is every unit gets this graphical type. The priority is used to select the graphical type if several ones are applicable to a given object, like here. So we have two choices here. This one will have the higher priority, so this is preferred for this. Let's have a look at, so let's hide this here and hide that here. Let's have a look at the graphical type of this one here. So that has three possible graphical types. So it's a unit like before, so it could be displayed like our O10. It's also a hub unit. It could be displayed like a regular node. Well, we don't consider that. That has the lowest priority. And it also could be displayed as a chain start unit. So we have three choices. Let's have a look at the definitions. So that one we also had a look at that. So the second one is this one, and the third one is this one here. Chain start unit that has priority 21. Hub unit has priority 31, and unit has priority 20. So the highest priority here is 31. So it will be displayed here at the hub unit, which has this violet-like color, and the rest is the same. So the membership rule here is every instance of hub unit gets this graphical type. So hub unit happens to be a query class, so that we had a look at before. So at least 2 inputs and at least 2 outputs. So that's how we select the suitable graphical type. It will be this hub graphical type because it has a highest priority of all the graphical types of this object here. Good. So that's about it. In the link to this video, in the description to this video, I will point to the web page where you can find the sources and maybe some more information. Yeah, have a great time to exercise with this, and see you next time. Bye bye.